Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How was your weekend?
Fantastic. How was your weekend?
Great. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. How was your weekend?
Good.
Okay. So we're here today to teach you a new rhyme.
And it's fun.
It is fun, and it's kind of a tongue twister.
Ooh.
So say, flea, fly, flew.
Flea, fly, flew.
And guess what? This is not the kind of flew like past tense of fly.
Oh, and it's not the achoo, flew.
No, it's like F-L-U-E. Does anybody know what that is? Okay, Miss Dobie.
It's like the chimney thing.
Yeah,
It
it's
opens and closes.
Yes, it opens when you have a fire, so all the smoke goes out, and then when you're not, it closes it up.
So in the summertime, you have it closed because
Yeah.
you don't want all that humid.
I have never owned a fireplace except when I lived in an apartment, so I'm not familiar with that.
Wood-burning fireplaces.
I would love to have one. So here it is. We're talking about a flea, like what dogs get and everything, you know, cats.
A fly.
A fly
And a
in a flue, okay? So here it is. A flea and a fly and a flue were caught, so what did they do? Said the flea, let us fly, said the fly, let us flee, so they flew through a flaw in the flue.
Wow.
That's a lot of yeah.
Hey, why don't we do this?
Yeah, got to get that face and your lips and your tongue all ready to go. So, what is a flaw? They flew, that is the past tense of fly. They flew through a flaw in the
flue.
Yeah, so what is a flaw?
It is like an error or something that's not perfect.
Yes.
So it's probably like a little hole in the
Yeah,
flue.
I think it's a little hole where they were allowed to escape. So, sitting up nice and tall and keeping the beat, I'll start. You echo me. A flea and a fly in a flue
A flea and a fly in a flue
were caught, so what did they do?
were caught. So what did they do?
Said the flea, let us fly, said the fly, let us flee.
Said the flea, let us fly. Said the fly, let us flee.
So they flew through a flaw in the flue.
So they flew through the flaw in the flue.
It's hard, isn't it? Longer phrases. A flea and a fly in a flue were caught, so what did they do?
A flea and a fly in a flue were caught. So what did they do?
Said the flea, let us fly, said the fly, let us flee, so they flew through a flaw in the flue.
Said the flea, let us fly. Said the fly, let us flee. So they flew through a flaw in the flue.
Nicely done. How are you doing?
Boy, if I were at home, I'd have to stop and go back.
You know,
this is tough.
Miss Dobie and I were laughing when we taught this to our in-school learners because they were laughing because they couldn't say it and they were messing up. We had the best time. So if you like stumble over your tongue, it's okay. But I will say the more you practice it, the better you'll get.
And I challenge you, once you learn this, to go put a mask on and try to say it.
Yeah, at least
That's
here
tough.
we're not having to do that. With you, you don't have to wear a mask and try to say it.
But your classmates do. And so it's a flea and a fly and a flue. And the behind the mask, it's not very comfortable.
No. So I'm going to say the whole thing.
And we get to audiate.
You get to audiate with Mrs. Dobie. Here I go. A flea and a fly in the flue were caught, so what did they do? Said the flea, let us fly, said the fly, let us flee, so they flew through a flaw in the flue.
Will you say it with me?
Yes.
Ready, go. A flea and a fly in a flue
were caught, so what did they do? Said the flea, let us fly, said the fly, let us flee, so they flew through a flaw in a flue. Good. Nicely done.
Wow, we did it.
Now, the cool thing about this, we want you to take this week to learn this rhyme because there's actually 2 more parts that go to it. So next week, we'll teach you the second part. And then the following week, we'll teach you the third part.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It's a
and
lot of
I
fun.
honestly think if you have anybody else at home with you that you could teach this with, once you learn the 3 parts, you could find some instruments to play on.
Oh,
Things around the
yes.
house, like a pot with a
Spoon.
wooden spoon and bang on it. I know your parents might go crazy with that. but-
Okay, so then just get a plastic bowl and turn it over and use the spoons on that.
Yeah. And
Or
but
pencils.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
there's a lot of
be
different ways.
creative. I bet some of you might have other things at home you could use.
I bet so.
So learn the rhyme today and
What do we want to ask them?
do you have something in that brain of yours? Because I don't either.
Then we won't ask you any questions today.
I take that back. Were you able to get through the rhyme without stumbling over your tongue? Yes or no? That's all you have to do. Okay, have fun. Bye.